I was thinking the other day, what would it be like to be a Disney executive? Now, let me just go with this a little bit here. Isn't that a rough year? Okay, obviously there's been a lot of controversy regarding interaction with children, certain adoption of agenda and messages and narratives in their films and television shows, and of course their ongoing battle with the governor of Florida. So I imagine at the beginning of this year the Disney execs were sort of just looking around and said, "Look, summer's going to turn it around. We got 4 or 5 good movies coming out. Got a Marvel movie. We got a venerable franchise, a live action remake of a classic movie, and of course a Pixar." So now here we are, middle of June, summertime. Wonder how they feel things are going.
So far, this is shaping up to be the worst summer ever.
Yeah, it ain't going well. It ain't going well. Let's get out of the gate. Start off first off, the one diamond in the rough, the whole thing right now, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. When you look at where it's at right now, comparing it to the other Guardians movies, we look at the numbers. And we can see the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has 807 million so far. Volume 2 ended up with 870 total worldwide, and the original was 770. So it looks like if Guardian continues to do well, it's going to at least meet the Volume 2. But the thing with Guardians was this. Guardians was a known quantity. It was made by a director who's known for making good movies. It's based off a known property that has a lot of fans. The cast is well liked, and the story was wrapping up the trilogy. So it had a lot in its favor, despite all the problems that Marvel movies have come out with. Now, unfortunately, the next thing, of course, is well, that would be the Little Mermaid, and there's a whole bunch of issues with that one. But let's just see what's going on.
Behold the mermaid!
So here we are. Here we are with the Little Mermaid, and we got a domestic take of 232, an international take of 185. And if looking at the numbers here, you can see this is the zone that the domestic likes to be in, where it likes to track. The problem with this, though, is the overseas market, because you see, it's not doing well there. It's 185, 185, and we're talking being out how long now? It's out 3 weeks so far. It's not doing well. Not really. What's the problem? Is Little Mermaid a box office success? It doesn't look like it's going to be. This article actually breaks down some of the numbers issues that they need to weigh, and this is the important part here. $250 million production budget, $140 million in marketing, generous projections, needs to gross approximately 560. I think it needs to make a lot more than that to break even. But what's going on with this? Obviously, well, here's the problem. Swimming upstream overseas. Of course, we know the issue that everyone's talking about is the fact that this Little Mermaid does not look like Ariel in the 1989 cartoon movie. Yes, this is played by a black actress named Halle Bailey. But it's not. We know the issues with race swapping, but where's the real problem? Well, of course, we're coming out with the racist word again, but it's all in China. Yes, right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The whole world is apparently full of racists.
This is who they are. Didn't you know that?
Oy. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? That's what they're thinking. I mean, maybe it has nothing to do with the fact that the movie's just not that good. It's too long. A lot of stuff's just stuffed in there, and it's not gonna have the strength it needs to go on to break even. I don't think. When you compare it to the last live action movie that tracks close to it, when you look at Aladdin, you can see here on the tracking that they're pretty close together. But the big difference is this international number down here. We got 185 and we got Aladdin ending up at 700. I don't think anyone thinks it's going to make that overseas at all. Yeah, it's going to be tough to break even. Most people are now saying it's a flop. So this fish is just treading water, hoping, hoping that it can break even. But thankfully, there's nothing else wrong with the movie, of course. I mean, that would be awful if there's another problem or, some other scandal. Oh dear. Oh my. Yes, of course. Of course. I just saw this one today and I'm just laughing the hell out of this one. Yeah, they apparently cast a 24-year-old adult film star who oh, I didn't even see his adult name. Dante Ferrari. He was apparently cast as a mermaid. Not an actual, speaking role, but in the background. And well, let's see. He's Google results show a lot about Dante Ferrari. Oh boy. Yeah. They had no idea about Stefano's racy videos, and given the Little Mermaid is a big blockbuster movie for kids, it's a bit embarrassing for Disney.
This is really getting out of hand.
You think? Thanks for that insight.
Bit embarrassing. I'll think the word that most people would like to use is understatement. But, whatever. Fortunately, we have another big, franchise movie coming out later this year that is based off a character that first came to the screens in 1982. I'm sorry, 1980. 1980. Played by Harrison Ford. Yes, that's right. Coming at the July 4th weekend, Octogenarian Jones and the Intersectional Feminism, officially known as Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, whatever the hell that is. But unfortunately, as you know, it already premiered at Cannes, got panned by the critics, the actual critics, not fans, the actual critics. The plot has leaked online, got further bad reviews just from people, and now we got this article from Deadline. And what are they saying? Well, around $60 million opening. That is bad. That's bad. And publishing this article is not going to help it. No, why is anyone want to go and see this movie? They're already telling you with this take of a classic character by a classically known actor, hero for years, Han Solo, Indiana Jones. I mean, he's Jack Ryan. He's president of the United States, telling the people to get off his plane, Harrison Ford. He can't even muster $60 million. Come on, at least get to 80 million. That's his age, for God's sake. Give him a million for each year. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it's a dang shame because we all love Indiana Jones, but you put out an article like that, you're already dooming yourself. And that's $60 million the entire July 4th weekend. Holy crap. I hope that's just, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because a lot of people have Monday and Tuesday off too. So if that's what they're predicting for I can't imagine that's all 5 days. Can't imagine that's all 5 days. But even 3 days, that's bad. But Disney has, they thought they had another, little arrow in their quiver, so to speak, with another Pixar movie. And it's called Elemental.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, what the hell is Elemental? I don't know anything about this. But we can see here that it's starring a bunch of people I've never heard of. Featuring the voices of Leah Lewis, Mamadou Athie, Ronnie Del Carmen, Shyla Ami, Catherine O'Hara. I know Catherine O'Hara because, I've watched Schitt's Creek and Second City. But, this is, of course, a movie which is, I guess, sort of a Pixar rom-com between different elements, fire and water, and, how they get along, get together. This is actually not tracking well either. And it's projected it's opening at $40 million. $40 million. That's coming. That's, this coming weekend, the same weekend DC's The Flash premieres. That's not predicted to do well either. Now Pixar's, Elemental's not going to do well either. Wow, Disney. This is not looking good. It's also not a good look. This. Pixar's new movie fights back as Elemental's Rotten Tomato score jumps 23%. Now that's kind of weird. I looked at the score last night and it was rotten. You can see right there, it's rotten. It's rotten right there, 57%. Now it's at 80%. Wait a minute. I remember a lot of people saying that, when a highly rated movie suddenly drops, that's because of review bombing, because it's always bad. But I guess now if there's review bombing that's positive, that's okay. Let's take a little deeper look on this one. Where are we really at on this thing? Here we go. Tomato. What do the top critics say? 11 top critics have it at 55%. Hmm. I don't know, Disney. This is not shaping up to be the summer you wanted it to be. It's going to be rough. And then, of course, the news came out today. I was reading all these articles the other night, just thinking, man, this sucks for Disney. And we hadn't even gotten to the news today. Well, what's that news today? Oh, crap. Everything's delayed. Yes, the Writers Guild strike is going to push everything back. So all the MCU is going back, being pushed back. Star Wars is being pushed back. Avatar is being pushed back. So all these movies that were slated to come out, not going to come out. Well, now we know the reason this is happening for the MCU, because MCU's writing method is based on, we're just going to write a general outline from the movie or get a script together. And if we have a full script, we're going to throw it away and rewrite it throughout. So the writers constantly have to be writing throughout the story, which, we can see how great that's been given some of the movies we've seen recently with Doctor Strange Mom, Thor Love and Thunder. I was going to say the Elementals. I meant the Eternals. Yeah. So that's tough for Disney. But I think there's a silver lining in this for Disney.
Are you out of your Vulcan mind?
Yeah, there is something here. And the fact is, this is a chance to correct course. Because what is very clear, as we've been seeing with recent campaigns promoting ideology, identity ideology, narrative, agenda-based ideologies and messages, it's not good. It's not profitable. Look where Budweiser's going. Look where Target's going. Look at the return on these movies. We know what it is. I hate to say it. Go woke, go broke. But now Disney has a chance, because that in all these movies, there's that message, that narrative. But if they're writing on the fly like they are, now they have a chance to change some things. Maybe they can actually adjust and say, you know what? Maybe it's actually we as a corporation do our job to make money for our investors so we can continue making money. Because this messaging and narrative ain't bringing in the bucks. The question is, do you think maybe they can look back and say they've learned their lesson?
Those assholes never learn.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think so. They probably haven't learned. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to look at it and say, well, damn it, karma exists. Questions, comments, witticisms down below. Click like, click subscribe. I'll see you later.